News at 6. A man critically injured in an explosion has just won a $30 million judgment in Colorado federal court.
That explosion happened while he was working for an oil and gas company in Greeley. Steve Strawn suffered life-altering injuries when a frac tank he was working on exploded and he was thrown into the air. A federal jury determined the company that he worked for, DHI Energy Service, was negligent because the tank had holes in it which created an explosive reaction. Your investigative reporter, Katie Weiss, joins us live from the federal courthouse downtown now with more on this story.
So, Katie, what did he share with you?
Well, Michael, Karen, he says that he's grateful for the jury's decision here at the federal courthouse, and he hopes that it will be sending a message both to the company and others to always put safety first in the future.
Try to do better. Try to make sure this doesn't happen to anyone else. They have that one job, and I would hope that from here on out they do it.
As a former nuclear weapons technician in the Air Force, Steve Strawn loved working in oil and gas. It was his passion.
I liked the long schedule. I liked the long hours. I liked the physicality of it.
But in December 2019, his life changed forever when a frac tank exploded at this site near the intersection of County Roads 90 and 35 in Weld County.
The time that I turned my head back to the tank, boom, explosion. And so my next memory is I was up quite a ways. I could see Denver. It was nighttime out. I could see Denver. And then I just remember looking down at where I was coming down to and saying, don't hit your head, land on your feet. And then the next thing I remember, I'm in the hospital.
Eventually, his lower leg had to be amputated.
Broke my ankle pretty heavily, required surgery. Broke my knee, required surgery. Broke my left hip, required surgery. Essentially broke my pelvis in half. That also needed surgery. Broke my back in a few places. Broke almost all of my ribs.
This is one of the most rewarding cases I've ever worked on.
His attorney, Kurt Zahner.
I think this is a big case for the oil and gas industry, and I think it helps kind of send a message to all the different companies in oil and gas, like, make sure that the products that you're delivering are safe.
Strawn says this $30 million verdict will also make a big difference for him and his family.
It's about time. When I got hurt, what I lost with my two children is time. I'm not snowboarding. My daughter should have started learning from me a couple years ago. My son should have started this winter. Trying to get that time back and the ability to use the time that I have to do what I can with them, that's kind of the goal of all this.
Well, we also reached out to DHI Energy Services for a comment, but so far we've not heard back from them or their attorneys. In the meantime, we're told that the company is no longer operating the same kind of frac tanks that were involved in that explosion, and no word yet on if there will be an appeal at federal court. Reporting live in downtown Denver, I'm Katie Weiss, covering Colorado First.
Yeah, grateful that Steve is doing well. Katie, thank you.